Hey, you guys, it's Denise Walsh here. Welcome back to Coaching for Coaches, where every single Monday night we go live to talk about how you can become an excellent coach and build a thriving business, helping people and making a living doing it. That's what we all want, right? We all want to add value into the world. As a former clinical psychologist, I got into the field because I love working with people. And then I don't know about you, but for me, the system burned me out. And so now, as a Dream Life coach, I'm able to work with people that want help in a system that can actually help them, which is, ooh, I'm hearing myself. There we go. So if you're listening and you're in the helping professions or you're brewing the idea of becoming a coach, I'd love for you to comment below. I want to hear a bit about your story. What do you do now? How long have you been there? And where do you live? Because we want to support you in this transition of adding massive value in a new way and making a lucrative living doing so. So our next guest is currently in the helping professions as well. She is someone who has been adding value to the world in a powerfully important way, but for a couple years now has been ready to do something new, ready to shift and serve the world in a different way. But she didn't really know how. She didn't really know how to create a program or what next steps to take or how, it was this second guessing, wishy-washy. And I know I've been there. I was in those shoes too before I figured out the Dream Life pathway and started working with Dream Life coaching. And now there's a system and a roadmap. And so our next guest came in just like I was years ago. Big heart, big dreams, but needed to learn the skills and needed to know the next steps. If that's you, say that's me in the comments, because I know for a lot of us, we have this dream in our heart and we often don't take action immediately. We wonder, is this true? Am I good enough? Could I do it? I don't know. I'll just stay where, we second guess and we just don't have the roadmap. And so it's easy to stay where we are, even if we're not quite satisfied. So needless to say, just 6 months ago, this guest said yes to Dream Life coaching, participated in 90 Day U-Turn, and is about to be certified as a Dream Life coach. And she's here today to tell you a bit about her story and how she has kicked her money mindset up several notches and gotten into massive action over the past few months. So big Dream Life welcome to Jennifer McLean.
Hello there.
Now, I forgot to mention you're a teacher. And so tell us, you've been in the helping professions, but tell us a bit about how long you've been teaching and how long you've been wanting to add value to the world in a new way.
So I've been a teacher for about 10 years now, special education, and I love it. I love working with my students and helping them grow and to reach their potential. And I've wanted to do something in the coaching field for at least 5 years now, and 3 to 5 years. So it's just another avenue to really be able to reach out and impact people's lives in a positive way.
Yeah. So within 3 to 5 years, over 3 years ago, let's say you've had the idea okay, I could do something on my own, or okay, I could. So what was it about the coaching industry that made you say this is intriguing to me?
So just the different paths that we can take with it. We can help people with their money management, their time management, just their overall growth and mindset, help them to have clear paths to find their dreams and their goals and to achieve those, which is exactly what happened with me. I wanted to achieve my goal of becoming a life coach. So turning to the 90 Day U-Turn program gave me that clear path and that set me on the trajectory for success.
So what's over the 3 to 5 years where you were brewing and thinking, what are the things that held you back? Was it insecurity? Was it the roadmap? Was it both?
Both in time and having, less flexibility. I'm at a point in my life where I have a little bit more flexibility. I'm able to manage my time better now. Again, something else learned through 90 Day U-Turn. I mean, we know all the things, but when it's set down and it's in a clear path and you can really implement the plans. So it was just a lot of misuse of my time and not having the confidence and not feeling like I was enough or, that imposter syndrome, that stinking thinking, just a lot of that.
Yeah. So even if you were like, all right, I've got this dream, sitting down to actually follow through felt scary because you didn't really know what to do. And it's always easier to go fold laundry or, do something that we understand. And so sitting down to take this big idea out of your head and get it onto paper and then get it out into the world, it takes support. It takes a place to process your ideas, a place to get feedback, and a community. I find we do way more in community. Have you found that to be true?
I agree 100%. And I would not have, prior to the 90-day U-turn, again, I would not have agreed with that. I feel like I'm a little bit introverted and with some extrovert tendencies. And so the idea of a group and getting on a call and terrified me. But I have met some wonderful women, and everybody is willing to reach out and help and support you in all the ways. And so the importance of community has really been solidified with me.
Yeah. Awesome. Because you're right. We're like, I can do it. I mean, we're smart,
Yeah.
we can figure this out. But we don't need to. And we can go faster and we can become better if we follow the path and have community to hold us accountable. So one of the things that like the title is saying that is that we're going to talk a bit about your money mindset and you getting into action and starting to create and launch and follow through. Tell us how much you've grown or what have been some key things over the past 6 months as you've participated in the program.
So some of, just the mindset shift in the visualization exercises that we've done, those were huge to really sit there and allow to see yourself 3, 4, 5 steps ahead of where you are. And again, it's that solidification where you're just like, oh, this is real. It can happen. You feel it. It becomes tangible. So that's been huge for me.
Yeah.
And
growing your imagination muscle, right?
Yes.
But not
we lose that.
Yeah, we don't. We use it for fear often. We use it we go down the rabbit hole of what if it doesn't work and things like that. But we learn here to take our thoughts captive and then go down the rabbit hole of what if it does work and what if it's better than expected and what if it's, and we start utilizing our imagination in a more positive way.
And then take away that what if and say it is better and it is, and just shifting that mindset in your thoughts. Absolutely. It's powerful.
Yeah. So that's like step one is to take your thoughts captive and really start to, you decide what you think, right? And then imagine it and start to like see yourself there. And then how does that impact how you feel and your behavior?
I mean, it impacts it positively and just it's huge. Your mindset. And when you were going back to the money thoughts and all that, you think this is the way it was. This is how my parents did it. This is how my family did it. This is just kind of where it is, the way our life's going to be. But it's not. With using this imagination and retraining your thoughts, you can realize that you can create your own path, and your path can be a very broad path that you can take.
Yeah. Yeah. So when you have that, like when you can see yourself clearly and you grow it, like some people will start and they're like, I see nothing. You're like, that's okay. Right? Because as you grow that imagination muscle, but it impacts you on a heart level because you start to believe it. Right. And you start to connect with it and you're like, oh man, that's fun. I'm excited for that. Right? It
ignites a spark for sure. Yeah.
Your spark was lit.
Yeah.
And it was so fun to see you have that spark lit, but then start taking action too. So you start to follow through. And so you've created a journal. You you're launching your program in the next month. Like you have done the thing. So tell us a bit about the massive action that you've taken.
So I never would have taken the time to work through creating a workbook. And it's just a simple clarity workbook for 6-day challenge, but it's something that really sparks people's thoughts. They start thinking and realizing the clarity and what can come to them if they put forth effort in working on themselves and putting themselves first. And just, I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have had the confidence to sit there and do it. And the skill set that the resources and everything that I have. And again, goes back to community, women who are supporting us and helping us. And you have a question and you put it out there and everybody's like, I got you, girl. We're all going to do this together. It's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. So you had the idea and then you were able to implement it. And now it's live on Amazon.
Yep. It is.
Yeah. So like you guys, this is what I think yes. Oh my goodness.
Is it pretty?
Yeah. I love it.
No, I even have
I love it. Yeah. And that's the thing. It's like, it doesn't have to be hard and it doesn't have to take long and it can actually be easier than you think. Absolutely. Once you have the community and the roadmap. And so you going through 90-day U-turn sparked you right up, and then you get to come back and be a support coach. How was that experience for you?
Again, it's great. It's a blessing to get to work with these women and to help them and to see. It's really interesting when you go through the first 90 days and you are there and you're the one like with all the mind fog and you're just unsure. And then you go through and you start having that clarity and it clears up for you. And you have your coach in there and they're talking about their past experiences. You know, like, this is so cool. And then when you're on the flip side and I'm seeing that in these women and I'm able to support them, it really just, again, ignites that purpose that I have in my life to be there and to support. And it just solidifies it even more.
Yeah. And your coaching confidence grows.
Oh,
And
so
when you know that you know that you know that this content is awesome because you've seen it shift yourself, and then you see it shift the clients you work with,
right.
You're like, everybody needs this. And we want to shout it from the rooftops. And that makes being a coach and launching our programs less about us and more about the content that's awesome, right? Which makes us, in my opinion, like able to be a bit bolder because we know that the clients are going to benefit from it.
Right. You just want to tell everybody.
Yeah.
I see so many different people in my day-to-day life that could benefit from it that I have to sometimes just rein myself in and not just approach everybody and be like, listen, this can help guide you here. It's not just one specific goal that people have in mind. Even if they don't want to be a life coach, a dream life coach, they can still help so many different paths in their life with it.
Yeah. It's truly foundational content, you know,
Absolutely.
whether you're trying to lose weight, whether you're trying to get unstuck or you're retiring and you're like, what's next for me? Or you're a stay-at-home mom and you're like full of stress, or you're a corporate woman and you're like wearing all the hats and have, you know, all whatever niche it is, truly it's foundational content that will support them. So you have a few exercises that the visualization was one that we've done, but then we also had this pattern exercise. And this was a really cool experience. I've done this in workshops where there's a page full of numbers. And the first time you do it, you have to like connect the dots kind of, right?
Right.
Then the second time, I actually tell you the pattern. And tell me a little bit about that experience for you and why that was an aha moment.
So it just goes back to, if you understand the path and you have a goal, not even a goal, if you just, if you have I'm trying to put it without putting it out there because it's such important exercise for everybody to do. And I don't want to give it all away.
You know the system.
The system, there it is. That's the word I'm looking for. If you know the system, you can achieve your goal. It gets you. Yeah.
Faster, easier, with less resistance.
Absolutely. There it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's really cool. And when you do this exercise and you see it, you're like, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And so we teach people that system in 90-day U-turn for life. Like once you know how kind of life works, not that life's going to not be, and we're going to have hard stuff happen. It's not about making everything easy peasy. Life's still going to happen. There's still going to be hard things, but you're going to have the internal skills to be able to navigate through it much better.
Right. And we'll still have days, but you're going to have those resources and the things that you've learned, the skills, like you said, and you're going to be able to reflect on those and pull you through.
Yeah. Okay. So the two things I'm hearing, and you can let me know if there's any, like if there's a third, but the two things I'm hearing are the visualizations really helped you to gain clarity. And that clarity relit your spark, because I remember you being like, this is what I want, but I'm not sure. Eek. And then all of a sudden you were off and running. So that clarity, which is why maybe you connected so much to the clarity exercises and that workbook stuff and that you created, because that was what lit your spark.
Right.
And then the second thing is having a path, having that path to follow, having that system, step 1, step 2, step 3, because you were able to follow it and make progress, see progress, and it's happening.
Yes. Those were pivotal points for me, having those two things, the foundation, the path, and the clarity, and knowing what I'm doing, having a roadmap. Absolutely.
Yeah. Is there anything else that you think has been pivotal in your growth and or money mindset over the past 6 months?
Again, the community and the support. That's huge. And I never would have said that 6 months ago. I just wouldn't have, because I'm just like, no, we can handle it. We've got it, our old mindset, but it's just huge.
I was chatting with another coach today and we're like, people in this community are doing it. Like they're not just sitting back going, okay, cool. They're actually, you're creating things, you're getting it out. I think almost like most certified coaches have started with a journal or a workbook, and they're creating and getting it out there and putting it on Amazon, and are launching their programs and getting clients. Like you're doing it. And so when we meet on a consistent basis, you're meeting with people who are 3 steps ahead of where you are too. And it's so inspiring.
Absolutely. And when you're meeting with them, inspired, that's the word I was going to use. You're brainstorming when you meet in these community settings and you're hearing their ideas. You're like, oh, well, that connects really well with mine. And then you tie it in, and it's just amazing.
Yeah.
It gives you the steps.
It's like a coach's huddle where we're like, what are you doing? What's working for you? And like, okay, let's all go implement it for our business.
Yeah. And then you just reach out to somebody like, I'm stuck here. I need a little help. Which way? How? And then you have it. The community, huge. I mean,
that's number 3. Community.
3. There's
I
3.
love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Was there anything else that you wanted to make sure that we chatted about today?
I think that's about it. I mean, I'm just excited. I'm excited. I haven't been this excited about a path career-wise and other. I mean, just in my life, I can, go back again. When I started, it was recently after the passing of my mom. And I see a difference between 2.5 years ago when my dad passed and my mom. This program, again, it's helped me be able to handle that. And while handling that, stepping into a new venture and having the clarity, that word just keeps coming back to me, having that clarity to be able to move forward. So it's just been so amazing, such a blessing.
I love it. So you are launching your program in just a few weeks?
June 10th. I'm going to start with the 90-day U-turn, and I'm working on building a Mindset Matters program of my own. So hopefully that will come in a few months, 3 to 4 months.
Yeah. Awesome. And it will. And like, I have full confidence that it will, because you have a roadmap, you have community to help hold you accountable, and you are clear in what you want. And you're right. Those are that's when the magic happens.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. So what would you say to somebody who, if you guys are interested and you're connected to Jen, go visit her page. She'll be launching her 90-day U-turn programs and her Mindset Matters and her coaching programs on her page. But if somebody's listening and they're interested in becoming a coach just like you, what would you tell them?
Do it. Just take the step, jump into the deep end and do it. And you won't regret it.
It's like, you could try to figure it out on your own for another 3 to 5 years, but why?
Well, I mean, and it's out there, and you can go to YouTube, and you can go to this website, you can go to this Facebook group. I've done it, but it is so much simpler and so much more purposeful.
Yes.
With the clear path in the community. Yeah. So
absolutely.
Don't go at it alone. Do it, but do it the right way.
Absolutely.
Support.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing a bit of your story. And I think a lot of people can relate to wanting something, but not having that path or community. And if you guys are interested in learning more, put coach in the comments and I'll reach out to you. You can also check out the links in the description box. But join Jen and I in the community by becoming a Dream Life coach too. We'd love to have you. Absolutely. All right. Have a great night, you guys. We'll be here same time, same place next week. See you then.
Bye.